Welcome back to Forsland's Fun Factory YouTube. Behind me you're seeing our next project.
Alright, okay. Here we go. Alright, ready? Yeah. Turn. Okay. Turn. Turn.
I don't think we can turn anymore.
We kind of had to...
I just don't think it's gonna fit.
Oh yeah, well come on, up. Up. Yes. Oh. Here we go.
change plans or...
Pivot. 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 Pivot.
if you will. We
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
originally were planning to take our gravel bike out and practice riding on ice and maybe changing up tire pressures and tires themselves.
Okay, I don't think it's gonna pivot anymore. You think?
I do have a set of studded 700s in which I had originally planned to work with a little bit. Yeah, they're filthy right now, but this had happened. And then this started happening. And then even more so, this had happened. And I don't know if you know anything about tires, but these aren't snow tires. These are basically meant for kind of ice. Along with tire pressure, you can sometimes navigate stuff, but skinnies on top of 4 inches is just not possible. So we had to pivot a little bit this week. One could also say I have a little confession to make. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. It has been many weeks since my last confession. These are my sins. Father, I've never ridden
What are your
a full
sins?
suspension mountain bike that was worthwhile. For all these sins, I'm truly sorry.
Why not go out and get one?
Amen. Thanks be to God.
Say 10 Hail Marys, build one, and go out and rip it.
We had changed plans a couple times, simply just did not work, so behind me is our plan for this week. If you're ready, here we go. Let's give it a whirl.
So what we're seeing here is a older Schwinn rocket, ISO drive, LE, 4 inches of travel. If you look real close, it's not in the greatest shape. It needs cleaning. Looks like 3 by 8 speed, so 24. And she needs a little work and a little cleaning. Also that looks like even some key will rub on the rear brake cable there. But we're gonna go through this, clean it up, make it nice. An attitude fork, disc brakes, a little bit of rust here and there. Not really all that great of shifters and brakes, but we're gonna make this hopefully a nice ride. So that seat post has got to go. This thing is not light by any means either, so we're gonna try to lighten up a couple things in the meantime too. Alright, so before we get too far along, we're just trying to make this rideable now. We need some wheels, we need some pedals, cassette, brake rotors, and really that's about it. I picked this up off the marketplace, of all places. You know how it is, always looking for deals. And I've never really ridden a non-bargain or big box store full suspension, so I'm kind of excited. Although this one needs a lot of work and a lot of cleaning, we're going to try to get down to that. I was thinking we would maybe put the this fork on there, but that's not looking like it's going to work. Not only is the travel looking like it's quite a bit lower, but the head tube, or the steer tube, is just way too short, so kind of a bummer. I was excited to get this sit onto something that's in good shape. It does lock out well and it functions well, but hopefully that Manitou will be good enough. And I do have an updated, nicer rock shock in here. This is just a RST, whatever that is, but we'll swap that out at some point. So we'll have a better seat post, a better shock, possibly a better crank, shifty bits. I could probably stand to get some of those better devices on, but yeah, so I'm going to set you up on the stand. We're going to give this a quick wipe down. Hopefully maybe work some of these scratches and dents out here with some stuff, so we'll see what happens. Just trying to break down any of the nasty stuff on this thing. And we can kind of polish up a little bit more down the road. So. This thing looks like it's been sitting for a little while. Clean it up as best we can.
12 seconds later.
Needs a lot more cleaning, so we'll get to that more down the road. I'd like to move on to getting the wheels on it, tires, and cassette, and pedals, so I think we're in good shape so far. Let's do it. So the wheel set that I picked up for it actually is a set of Shimano hubbed specialty that someone painted red. And we're just going to go with it. Sadly, a bunch of that is chipped off, but you can only do what you can do, I guess, so I'm going to go with it and see what happens. I have to find a couple rim strips or make some. I think I have a couple somewhere hidden that I can kind of use up, so I'm going to get to that. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I guess this is one of those times. Nice to give it a little bit of tension as you're doing this. Clearly a rim strip is better, but here we are, doing what we got to do to make it rideable for now. It'll be fine. I feel like we've been going forever already. Here we are, finally. A little bit of tension. Pull her tight. Find your hole. Something sharp-ish. That'll have to do. Gotta get our cassette on there and a disc brake rotor. So let's get the sear out of the way. And the down's all bent up. And then let's see if we can't test fit this set that I found. Nice big gears here too. Probably want to clean this up a little bit more, but for now, it's okay. Big spot to big spot. Sometimes these can be a little aggravating. See if we got this. Gotta be clocked right. There we go. Maybe. There we are. No, that definitely ain't gonna work. We gotta find something to take up some space. That won't do it. I'm working on this cassette to this wheel here. The wheel's pretty true, everything's good. We have 8 speeds here. And this thing must have came without a top cog, wherever I picked it up from. It must be either a 9 or a 10 speed. I imagine 10. But we're gonna make it a 9 speed and go with that, even though our gearing is for a 7 speed. So we're gonna tighten this down and see what happens. Hopefully we can get it to snug up pretty well, and just figure out how to lock it out of this 11 tooth, which for not like, unless you're going real fast, it shouldn't be necessary, but or lock it out of the top gear too, which would be fine. That's 36. Getting up there. Still a little bit of play there that I'm not happy with, but it looks like it's the whole freewheel on the wheel, possibly, because I guess I'm unsure exactly what's going on there, but we're gonna go with it. Hope that's not too much play. I'm trying to pull it back off again. Here's one of our rotors. I did notice that this one has some weird bends. I know it's kind of hard for you to see that, but we're going to go with it, see what happens. I can always swap them out later, but let's see how they turn out. Trying to use only good bolts here. I know I got a couple that the heads are pretty gross on, so it really looks like some of them are different heads a little bit. These 3 are smaller, those 3 are larger. Some of them are kind of junky. These big ones. Did I miss any? Alright, let's get the other one on here.
Well, I suppose the real question is now, do I put the tires on the wheels before I even mount them? Or do I mount them and then do the snappy trick? I don't know. Looks like that rotor's got a couple bends in it. Alright, we got some specialized Enduro 26 2.2s. And here's your friendly reminder to line up your stem with that tag that sticks out. I know a lot of people just toss them in quick as can be, but you know, it does go a long way, and it says a little bit about how much you care about your bikes when you take the time to actually put it in there and line it up with something so it looks good. And we're going to make it line up in the center of that as best we can. Maybe a little bit further. Get it all jammed up in there, and do one of those. Oh. There's one. Let's do this one next. Again, don't forget to line up your valve where you want it to be. Get your tube in there. Get happy, and of course toss it up. Oh boy. Look at it.
Oh, look at that.
Would you just look at it?
Would you look at that?
Look at it.
Oh my gosh, just look at it. Okay, you just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
So, we got our wheels and tires on. It's looking good. The shifters again got working. The right shifter for the rear derailleur was a little chunky, not catching. It's 3x8, so I probably won't even keep that on there that long if I keep this bike, but who knows. We're looking good. We need pedals, and that steel seat post and clamp has to go. No.
No, God!
No.
No, God, please, no!
No.
No! No!
No.
No!
Just sneaking in there barely. A little loose, but does the job. Maybe it is aluminum. Can't really tell. Looks thick enough to be aluminum. So I'll stick a magnet to it. Check that out. Hopefully it's focusing. It says ideal, made in France, like their leather saddles. Somebody put a clamp from a really long time ago on this bike that's maybe 20 years old. I guess I'm just guessing, but ideal. Got this little post and clamp. Put something on and on. Hopefully not lose the post and bash it into the floor on the way. Alright, so new post. It almost feels pretty comparable in weight, to be honest, but definitely way longer, so I should have, well, maybe not all that much longer, but a little bit. So, and I think it'll look better on this bike rather than having the polished aluminum or whatever you want to call it. So, check that out. Feeling frisky with the torques. Just want to snug it down a little bit. I probably have to adjust it when I put the bike on the ground anyway, so. Got some VP pedals that I got for free that were takeoffs. Ooh, actually, these aren't quite dry, but I'll run them, see what happens. So I got this pedal in, but hopefully it's straight. The threads are a little crunchy in there. I actually threaded it in from the backside to try to clean the threads a little bit, and then back to the front, so it almost looks like the axle's leaning a little this way, like it's not straight, but who knows? It is what it is. We got just about everything put together. I know I want to do more cleaning and more this, that, and the other thing, but tomorrow maybe we'll take this thing for a rip and see how it goes. Just for a quick little video here, and then we still have some modifications and some switching and swapping of parts to make this thing a little bit better. I don't know if you've ever experienced one of these bikes, but it's not light. I don't know if that's because it's aluminum frame or what, but it's she's got some heft to her. That's probably 25, 30 pounds, 35. It's heavy. So. Would you just look at it? Just look at it. Yeah, just look at it.